You know, she's talking about fear, and a few of the different speakers that have touched on the topic. And I realized when Napoleon Hill wrote the classic book that went on to sell 20 million copies worldwide, the biggest chapter was based on the 6 ghosts of fear. And the biggest fear I realize right now is the fear of criticism. It's about what other people think. And at Disneyland, there's a coffee mug. It says, "What would you do if you could not fail?" Here's the big question. What would you do if you didn't care what other people thought? Would you ask that person out for a date? Would you start that new business? Would you take action on a dream that's been in your back pocket for your entire life? The whole idea is it's the people that are willing to look at fear and go towards it anyway, those are the people that come out on top. And with that said, I'm going to bring on our final speaker, our host, the person who put this all together. A round of applause for Henning Morales. Everybody in the room.
Thank you, Greg. So I'm going to leave you with a couple things. First of all, excellence mindset. I want to talk about excuse me, being in the moment. In the moment. This is how you are going to be the most effective in your communication. The power of now, the power of understanding that there is only this moment. There is no other moment except for right now. And when you're talking to people and you're executing and you're performing and you are engaged in your life purpose, whatever activity you're engaged in, be there. Be in the moment. And I cannot stress that enough. To slow down and understand that this is all there is. There is no tomorrow. Tomorrow is just going to be another now. There is no 5 minutes from now. 5 minutes from now is another now. It's here and now. And so, if you guys, most of you guys have all my info. If you don't, we'll get it to you. We do courses on how to keep people in the moment and how to make sure that you don't let stress get in the way of your excellence mindset. Okay? There is no stress in the now. There's no pain in the now. Okay? Everything is peaceful and harmonious in the now. And that's how you can be the most effective. I've got some good news for you. Some of you guys know I wrote a book called The Dirt Merchants. And thank you. And it's crazy because this was just a set of notes that I wrote down from some of the speeches I used to make about when I was a troubled, confused, 17-year-old troublemaker. And I met some high-powered motivational masters like Greg Reed, but these guys were amazing and turned my life around. And my friends became criminals. And so I wrote this book about my life being turned around and how my friends became criminals and started this crime organization. And it's amazing what happens if you will stay focused and be in the moment and execute. Because while I was doing that, I was running a company, raising 4 kids, and writing other books as well, producing events, and just busy. But staying in the moment and focusing and being patient. 2 years later, almost to the day that I published my book, the high school that I basically terrorized for 2 years has asked me to come back and do an assembly for their entire student body of 2,000 students, and all of their faculties receiving the book. And this is so unbelievable for me. So the message of helping kids and mentoring kids, and really, it's a book about mastery. It's a book about mastery. So what I would like to do, a lot of you guys know sometimes I memorize like other authors and I do a little speech. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to basically recite something that I wrote. Would that be okay if I do that? Yeah. You guys sure? Yeah, so you need some more encouragement. You guys sure? Yeah. This is the first time I've done it. None of you guys have heard this. If I start messing it up, I'm going to go right into another speech that I know really well. So that's what will happen. If you see it, I'm just going to go switch gears. And it's called The Master's Bargain. The Master's Bargain. And it goes like this. I wish for you the enduring, lifelong bliss that's a result of having heard a million thank yous. I wish for you the ecstasy of having happy, motivated, well-adjusted children tell you I love you every day. I wish for you the euphoria in knowing that not only do you experience physical, spiritual, psychological, and emotional prosperity, your life is about opening the door for others to experience life's abundance as well. I wish for you the thrill of victory at the highest human level. And when the time comes and you approach your end of days and they marvel at your accomplishments and they venerate your mastery and they ask you, was it worth the price that you had to pay? You can say, yes, I worked hard at my craft. I was diligent beyond the average person's comprehension. I was persistent beyond any imaginable expectation. I remained calm under the most tumultuous of pressures. I was tenacious in the face of seemingly insurmountable hurdles. I was relentless in spite of inconceivable adversity. So far, so good? Okay? I loved fiercely, even while feeling the sting of hard words and reproach from those same loved ones. I clenched tightly to my dream, no matter what circumstance arose which strained to relax my rigid fingers. I risked everything to fulfill my purpose. As a result, I became peaceful, whole, and conscious. Then you can say, I have achieved the rare privilege of attaining the level of master. I have paved the way for scores of other masters who have followed and subsequently blazed their own trails and made a positive impact on countless lives. I've left the world a better place. And you asked me if it was worth it? You asked me if all the years of toil, study, discipline, perseverance, and failures endured were worth the price I had to pay? You asked me, did I get a good deal? You asked me, the price I had to pay was just. I'm here to say, it has been the most fantastic bargain